there, I hope that you're having a great day. I'm Kelly, and I'm coming on here today to wish you a happy full moon or full buck moon in Aquarius. And as I mentioned with being in Aquarius, a lot of people confuse that as a water sign because it's what's called the water bearer. But it is in fact actually an air sign. And what Aquarius does is they basically take the water of the world, or the emotions from all of us, and they use the power of air to transmute that, and then they send it back down to earth as basically a shift in consciousness. So it's a very important task, and Aquarians are all about community and protecting others and what have you. And because we actually have 2 full moons in succession in Aquarius, because we just transited out of Cancer yesterday into Aquarius, so there's a greater emphasis on Aquarius this year in general, and the second full moon is going to be on August 22nd. So like I mentioned, I'm going to talk a little bit about the crystals. So we're actually in the sun sign of Leo, which is fire, and in the air sign of Aquarius as it's transiting. So basically there's going to be a little bit of friction, or there could be, between the Leo traits and the Aquarian traits. So for example, Leo is more about being independent, stepping into your own power, and your own autonomy, if you will, as opposed to, growing with others. Whereas conversely, Aquarius is more about, you might feel the need to belong to a group of like-minded people, and that you can grow together. So it's a little bit of a shift, if you will, there, a bit of friction between you and everybody else. And this is a really good time to be authentic, to be yourself unapologetically, and just go for it. So like I said, I'm going to talk about the crystals that are good for this full moon. So we've got full moon crystals and new moon crystals, some crystals that are good for both the full moon and the new moon, and then some that are good specific to, depending upon what we're transiting through, whether, it's moon, or excuse me, an air sign, an earth sign, a water sign, fire sign, etc. So the really good ones that I'm going to talk about today are Selenite. We've got Moonstone, Amethyst, Labradorite, clear quartz. What else have I got? White opal, Larimar, and black tourmaline. Okay, so first let's talk about selenite. So this is selenite. This is a palm stone and a rough stone, which can be a little bit jagged, so just watch, because up here it can turn into like little glass splinters, so heads up. So people who are born during the waning lunar phase, which is basically when we're going from new moon to full moon, might feel overwhelmed with the energy of selenite. So if that's the case, then you're going to want to use it when you feel drained, blue, or under the weather. Okay, so that's what that looks like, and you might even be able to see the striations in it. Okay, and whatever you do, don't put it in water, it will dissolve. Okay, so next one is Moonstone. So we've got, this is rainbow or white moonstone. Okay, so you can kind of see how the blue sheen there as it comes up. Okay, so that's white moonstone. And then we've got black moonstone. Okay, you can see the different textures in there. And then this is peach or pink moonstone. You can probably see the iridescent, if I can catch the light just the right way, that lights up. So like I said, black moonstone, peach moonstone, and then we have rainbow moonstone. So moonstone is good for every phase of the moon, and it's also good for that same waning moon phase that I talked about with selenite. And it attracts gentle energy, pleasant dreams, and it even evens out blood pressure. It helps the overthinking mind, like mine, to have a little bit less insomnia, especially around this time of the full moon, because the moon has such a pull on our planet, which of course 70% oceans, as well as our body, 70% water, that there's a lot of flux with that. So like I said, moonstones are really good for that. Next one is amethyst. So this is really good if you're doing any business in the full moon, to have this, in your pocket, on your person, in a bag, whatever it is. And this is a double terminated point, and it's what's called Chevron Amethyst. So amethyst is one of the best full moon crystals. It's also really great at opening up the third eye and crown chakras. In fact, I sometimes will meditate with it right here just to open up the crown chakra. And you can see it really is beautiful with the bands of what are actually white quartz in there, which are giving that the Chevron Amethyst look. So yeah, really, really good one. And opens everything up for you. Another really good stone of protection, specifically around the full moon, is Labradorite. So I don't know if you can see, let me try and catch the light the right way here. So there we go. So you can see a little bit of how you've got almost like the peacock type of iridescence there. So Labradorite is, like I said, a really great stone of protection around the full moon. It's also really good to help you open up and, connect to your intuition with it working with the third eye. And if you want, either 3 days before or 2 days after the full moon, you can sleep with it actually under your pillow, and it will help open up with dreams and everything like that as well. So really, really, really nice stone to work with. So I strongly encourage. And this is just one type of Labradorite. There's actually purple Labradorite. There's more of like sunburst Labradorite. And so it's pretty great. So if you are going to go out tonight, you might want to have a piece with you, or if you have a pendant, a great thing to wear. So next one, just like the Moonstone, clear quartz is good with every phase of the moon, full moon, new moon, doesn't matter. So we got a whole bunch of different ones here. This is a naturally formed twin point. As you can kind of see, we've got two, and they actually form like this naturally in these points, which is the quartz crystal family does anyway. Here's just a heart that's been machined, and then this is another single terminated point, which is on its own, and it's just been basically chipped off cluster. So with clear quartz, it is the master healer. It is the strongest crystal, and it amplifies the energy of all other crystals with which you use it. So it's really good with Moonstone to help amplify the energies of Moonstone. Try and hold these all up for you here so you can see. So that one, I really love the double point there. So really, really great. And it's especially great when it's going through Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It helps to deal with heavier energy. So it's really good for healing, basically. And like I said, works well for the mind, body, and soul, especially when paired with Moonstone. And this can be used all year long, new moon, full moon, doesn't matter. So next one is white opal. Try and hold this really close so you can see there. And then there's another one on my finger here. So they look a little bit different, but you can see they've kind of got that sparkle, and the one on my finger is a bit newer than the one here. This is actually was my mom's. So the sparkles have kind of gone away a bit, but white opal is another really good one for the full moon, especially in Aries, Cancer, Virgo, or Scorpio or Capricorn. And it helps emotional fluctuations, for example, with things like bipolar disorders, and kind of helping to calm. Another great one is Larimar. Okay, so this is also called the Atlantis stone. It's often associated with water. It's really good for a lot of different things. I'll just hold it nice and close there. So this is a pretty big piece, and that white through, you can see it's partially the white of the crystal, but it's partially the light actually shining through it. So this is a really good crystal for full moons in Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, or Sagittarius. So of course we're in Aquarius right now. And it's enlightening, peace and clarity, and it also attracts devotional love. So it actually really helps at healing emotional trauma that's been stuck at the physical level. So for example, sometimes, we have a bad back or neck, shoulders, what have you. It's not necessarily something that we physically injured ourselves with. A lot of the time, it's just something that has manifested itself physically as a result of an emotional trauma. So this is really good for that. And another really good thing to do to try and help cleanse the brain is basically just use it like you were combing your hair, and just, also really good for headaches, migraines, whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so last but certainly not least, this is one of my favorite stones. I wear it actually in what I call my shield, which is in my bra. I have a bunch of crystals. And this is what's called black tourmaline. And there are different types and colors of tourmaline. You can kind of see there if I go that way. Hopefully the light catches it. So you can see almost like the striations, the little bands, kind of like selenite actually. It forms very similarly with those jagged pieces. So black tourmaline is really good at helping to absorb electromagnetic frequency. So for example, from your router, from power lines, from all kinds of stuff, TVs, especially smart TVs, which have much more EMFs coming out of them. Really great for grounding and protection. protection and helping basically to protect your energy from everybody else's. So this is good when we are in a full moon in Cancer, Pisces, Aries, or Leo. So obviously we're in Leo and Aquarius. So the last two are specifically very indicative of this full moon and the two different parts of this full moon coming together with the Leo and the Aquarius. So maybe a little combo with those two. So hope that's helped you out a little bit and given you a little bit of an insight and to enjoy your crystal practices around the full moon. So crystals are always a great way to help, and it has in fact been proven scientifically that they are in fact beings, as Nikola Tesla theorized a long time ago. So anyway, much love from me, Kelly, and from Reiki Releases. I hope that you have a great day. All the best. Spread kindness. Take care. Talk soon. Bye-bye.